kit that includes the needles and the yarn and a darning needle. And Josh has a wonderful pattern for this hat. Try it on for us. So you can come in not knowing how to knit and walk out at the end of the evening with this little hat because it's a very simple project.
Or if you come without a project, you can just pick up one of the kits as well. And this is really good junk knitting. And I picked lighter colors so you can see it in this lighting, and big needles, so it's good. And if you already they come with the yarn is for size 13 needles. If you already have the needles, I have the yarn available as well, just the yarn for purchase. And it comes in this nice like army camouflage green, because I really like that. And then in this like brown taupey color as well.
In the light in here, you can't really tell the difference.
In the light in here, we all look pale and taupey. But the kits are only $20. Like I said, that includes the yarn, the needles, the darning needle, and the pattern. If you already know how to knit as well, I can write you any pattern that you want for that. So it doesn't have to be just garter. It can be stockinette, it can be rib, whatever you want. And then the yarn itself, I believe, is $12. I misquoted that earlier. It said it was 15, so it's 12. And I have both the colors in the bag, so just let me know.
All right, so that's terrific. Now, we have some other great news. There is now a home on the web for Knit at Nite. You can find out what's going on with Knit at Nite by going to knitAtNite.nyc.
What was that?
knitAtNite.nyc. Yes, so that'll take you right to the Facebook page for Knit at Nite. And we are going to be posting any special events that are coming up, special guests that will be joining us, like the ones we have tonight, and all sorts of exciting things like that. So, Josh, we should bring our first special guest to the...
I believe so. Well, I'm already here.
Well, you're always special, but you're not a guest.
No, I'm not a guest. All right.
All right, so I want you to please give us a rousing hand of applause for Vickie Howell, who is joining us. Come on up here, Vickie.
Hi.
So, Vickie, yeah, we could perch together. Isn't that cute? Photo op.
Sing a song now. You really sing like sisters.
We should, yes. It's a very singing kind of, yes. So, Vickie, welcome to Knit at Nite.
Thank you.
Stand up, dear. I'm taller than you to begin with.
Everybody is. I am beyond thrilled to be here. I mean,
so
I just
great
have
to
the
have
vapors.
You know, when I first heard I was going to be doing this, she was on my short list of people to invite to come down. Well, no, that's not why.
I'm going to nestle in your bosom.
Aren't you sweet? So, Vickie has an exciting new project that she has just completed. It is a brand new web television show that 10 episodes, right?
10 episodes, juicy episodes.
Yes.
20 free patterns, 20 plus extra guests.
Beautifully produced, high production value, really great to watch. So tell us a little bit about how this came about.
Yeah, so the show is called The Knit Show with Vickie Howell, and I have done TV shows for years and years, and I wanted something that was accessible to everyone, regardless whether or not you had cable or also whether or not you lived here or in Australia or in Turkey. And so we actually crowdfunded the show, and we produced it in Austin, Texas, which is where I live. And we've got these beautiful episodes. We shot them in 4K, so you can watch them on your phones, but you can also watch them all fancy style.
Right.
And so we launched them all at once for binge watching because we wanted to show that really nice DIY knitterly content could also be a digital contender.
Yes, and I think it's really terrific. I've seen some of the episodes; they're just beautiful. So, how can people watch them?
So you can either go to thenitshow.com, or you can go to YouTube and just look for The Knit Show with Vickie Howell. It's super easy. And then if you've got, of course, if you've got like an Apple TV or anything that you can push it to your TV, you can watch it wherever.
Right. So you
Wherever.
would watch it just like you would watch your episodes of
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. There you go. All right, so that's very exciting, Vickie.
Yes.
And so she's doing her little East Coast tour. Is this the last stop on your East Coast tour?
This is the last stop.
Yeah. So she's been all over the East Coast promoting the Knit Show, and here she is joining us at Knit at Night at Club Cumming.
I'm just so excited.
Yes, and she has a little project for us.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the holiday, like it's about to be the holidays, and so I love little ornaments or little things that you can give just to put a little smile on somebody's face. So it can be for the top of a package, or it could be for a Christmas tree, or it could just be for an office mate. So
Let me hold these for you.
all right, so I've designed these little tiny wee baby beanies.
Aren't they adorable?
It's a little ornament, and I wrote up the pattern, and I have postcards that I'll pass around, so it's a free pattern. And if you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube or someplace else, we're going to snap a shot of the postcard so that you can also make along as well and have the free pattern. I've got the Knit Show buttons, and you guys are now all part of my Knit Hive. Knit Hive, so thank you! So you can start your own Knit Hives. That is just like a combination of the old Knitting Bees and the Hive Mind. It's all about community for me, so thank you for letting me into your community, and I'm thrilled to have you as part of mine.
Great. So, are you going to show us how to make these?
I will walk around and help if people need it. I think because they're so small, it would be a little problematic that way. But I got your back.
I think that's a great idea.
And then if you have any questions, we'll help you. And so will some of your magnificent expert guests that are floating around.
Yes.
And visitors. We might put some visitors to work if we need to.
Yes, indeed. All right. So you have the postcards, and you'll pass them out. People
So
can.
we've got a few enamel pins that we're going to do as giveaways. We have to think about that.
Yes, definitely.
So we have some fun stuff to pass out. We just want everyone to chill and have cocktails and
Indeed.
and Knit at Night.
Indeed. Does anyone have any questions for Vickie?
Can you tell us a little bit about the show and the content and the stuff that we can expect to see?
Sure. So Dixie is asking about the content, what's in the show, what can we expect to see. So, like I mentioned before, there's 20 expert guests, and they flew into Austin, 106-degree weather, bless them, to shoot a show about wool. We shot, it was 106 degrees on the day that we shot the Christmas episode, or the Handmade Holiday episode. There was some acting happening that day, let me tell you. So we try to do a range. It's the beginning of the first season of any show. You really need to establish. So we wanted to make sure there was some beginner stuff, but also enough for people that are seasoned to still be interested. So we had guests come in. So there's 20 free downloadable patterns, and you can just click on the little information icon right on your screen. It'll go right to it.
Don't you love this modern technology?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I can update it. If I see a trend, I can add something to it, so it's always living. And then there's a bunch of, we link to kits and all kinds of other things that have nothing to do with us, but to support our artists that were on there. There's also a ton of field pieces, ranging from Kyrgyzstan shepherds, because why not?
Wow.
To a personal trainer that talks about keeping your core strong so that we can knit more. Also a therapist talking about the mindfulness of knitting. Insiders looks into marketplaces. We really wanted it to be a representation of like the whole system.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Any other questions for Vickie?
Well, you'll have to shout
I
it
see
out
a
because I
hand.
start. Okay.
Yes.
I feel like there's so much cooking on PBS, but never any knitting. What's the story there?
You were on a PBS.
I was on
show.
PBS
Yeah.
Not
too.
now. I mean,
Yeah, public television, as much as I love public programming, is a really hard nut to crack. There's so many things that you're not allowed to do, and it's really hard to self-fund those because you're not allowed to show labels, so people don't want to give money towards it. And then it's really hard to promote because not everybody in every market gets it at the same time or the same day or even the same frequency. So for me, this was a better fit because it felt like it could be accessible for anybody, anywhere,
You had more freedom.
at any time.
Yeah, not tied into programming schedules.
And also, we have people so far that I've been able to track watching from 19 different countries. Like
That's so great.
I mean, how awesome is that? Like, I can see people posting in German about, watching the show. that's what it's about to me. It's about uniting everybody
An
across the
international,
country.
an international.
And I hope
following.
to eventually have them subtitled in different languages.
Oh, that's really
We
terrific,
had them
yeah.
closed captioned professionally for hearing impaired, so that we also now we have the transcript, so it won't be hard.
No,
we just
yeah.
have to do it. So it'll constantly evolve.
That's great. Any other questions for Vickie?
They're like, we just want to drink and knit.
Yes, well, drinking and knitting is good. So Vickie will circulate among you. She has some postcards if you're interested, and she'll help you out with the project if you want to attempt a little
Absolutely. And thank you, Miss Brini,
little
for
hat
having
tonight.
me.
Oh, of course. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for spotting with me.
Yes.
I emailed her. I was like, what do you think about leopard?
And
I'll
here we
get my
are
coat.
in our leopard.
All right. Well,
All
let's
right.
get knitting.
Yes.
All right.
Knit away.
Okay, let's do this.
Woo! All right, so Vickie's going to circulate among you with some postcards. Make sure you go and explore.